Hey, pull down your visor.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the biggest visor you've seen?
Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh, he didn't move. Great. What is happening?
Can you show him, can you put it in park real quick?
Absolutely.
Wow, I mean, that's pretty cool. Don't even have to think about it, it just does it.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
wow.
And these are the steps that happen all the time for the driver.
Welcome to Texas Truck Channel. I'm way too excited about this. My name's Brian.
I'm scared. We're at the Chicago Auto Show, and Brian, we've got the vehicle that we see too much of.
No. It's fine. This is the Rivian commercial van. This is the 500 variant. They make a 500 and a 700 variant. And let's get the basic specs out of the way. The 500 variant is what you see here. It's kind of the mid-size, or it's huge, let's be honest. But they make a bigger one that's slightly longer. It's one panel longer on the side, and it's a little bit wider. This one starts at $79,000, and the bigger variant is $83,000 roughly. So they're kind of the same price. You're just paying for how you want it kitted out. You've seen this in your neighborhood, I promise you. It usually says Amazon on the side, and they go everywhere. But I want to cover the basics right in the front because I've been curious myself. Range, 150 miles.
Not as much as we thought.
No, but it's also a commercial vehicle for urban delivery, so keep that in mind.
They hardly ever go out of that range.
They never go out of that range. They come back at night. It's built for a purpose. It keeps the weight down. Speaking of weight, the payload is 2,700 pounds.
That's a lot.
It's a ton. Also, horsepower is 320, and we've been told off the record that it beats FedEx and UPS drivers at the red lights. So just keep that in mind. Check your local drag strip. They'll be there. Now, the nose is iconic. This actually become the face of Amazon in my neighborhood, and I think it's kind of cute and kind of like good.
It's fun.
I think it's a fun look.
Yeah. They could have melded in and they didn't.
They didn't. They made it fun. It is tall, so if you think of like a Sprinter van or like a Ford Econoline van, this is taller for sure. It's splitting the difference between UPS dedicated delivery truck and like an Econoline. So let's check it right here. You do have flat plastic here, so when you maybe bump into a neighbor's car or something, you're good there. Your charge port is right there. Very similar to any EV you've ever seen. Good for level 2 and level 3 charging. No problem. Let's check out wheels and tires, Craig. We can't miss that. These boys right here, these are aluminum. These are aluminum cast wheels. I'm actually really impressed by that. They are, they look steel, but they're too thick to be steel.
I actually really like that wheel. I want it on some other things.
I do too. If that's steel, I'm shocked. It feels incredibly cast aluminum to me.
And what's driving that?
Oh yeah, thank you, Craig. I'm glad you brought that up. This is a front wheel drive only chassis. There's no
What?
rear wheel drive, no all wheel drive. It's just front wheel drive.
Did that surprise you?
Yes, it did. And I'm going to show you some under the vehicle shots in a second. The suspension configuration on this is short long arm suspension, but it's not a coil spring. It's actually a leaf spring like a C5 and C6 Corvette and C7 Corvette. It's one leaf that goes across the front end, connecting wheel to wheel. But that's the composite leaf right there. You do see a short long arm and a shock, and it goes all the way to the other side. All right, guys, I gotta pause this episode real quick to let you know about today's sponsor, Flexi Mounts. They've helped us out a ton with one problem in particular that we have with our overlanding get up, and that's the rooftop tent. When we're not doing overlanding, we need somewhere to put this thing, and it's always taking space in the garage. When you're not going on the trip, it causes some wind noise and affects miles per gallon and that kind of stuff. So thankfully, Flexi Mount has a solution for this. I'm just gonna show you right now. It's given me a bunch of relief with the whole rooftop tent setup. Check it out. All right, guys, I want this to be proof that Craig does do manual labor sometimes. That's that. I want to show you how this handle works. So now you can just do it by hand. That works great. We got to a height we're ready to test with. You have an eyelet. If you've ever had a spare tire situation in the car, it has a similar eye to that. This has an actual lock. It's really cool. So I'm looking over here. Be able to see that, Craig. So once you get it where you want, put a lock on it, just like that. So it can't unwind now on its own down the road. So this will be at this height from now on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some stuff on here, show you how it works. All right, Craig, we wanna do some weight testing. We know that is about 110 pounds. Yep. You're a little more than that, obviously. Yep. But this thing's rated for 300. I wanted to show it can do it. Now, it's not very even because it was spooling different on this side than that side. And we've learned just now that you need to load it evenly as you can when you first go up. How do you feel, Craig?
Safer than I should, probably.
Okay, seems like Flexi Mounts are pretty good. I'm glad we had this. Thanks again to Flexi Mounts for sponsoring this episode. This is gonna be perfect for putting our overland tent up here, and also we can put overland gear above it because we're well under that weight rating. By the way, one more thing to add, Flexi Mount has an Amazon store. I've got a link down below, and you can find tons of great storage solutions like our mount right here, or all types of ceiling mounts for your garage and other things too. Check them out in the link below. Now, back to the episode. Kind of an interesting configuration.
And powertrain wise, basically they pointed out to us, the Rivian rep,
Oh yeah.
This is the same thing up here up front
As the front
as
of,
that up
of
front.
R1T.
We just don't
right?
have anything in the back.
Exactly. There's no rear motor and that kind of stuff.
All right, I've got Tom Sullivan here with us, and he's a part of what do you do with Rivian?
I lead our business development organization here at Rivian. Have been with the company for 10 years.
All right, and what's new in the Rivian world is that these are going to be available to people outside of Amazon.
Yes, we're going to be bringing this product to the market. Begin taking orders in the next few weeks here, and deliveries in the second quarter of this year.
Okay, and then you mentioned off camera, you said the ones we've seen a lot of blue vans in our neighborhood.
That's right.
A company called Amazon. I don't know, you may have heard of them. That one's actually a little different than this one. What are the differences between that one and this one we have here?
Sure. The products themselves, in terms of the guts, the engineering, are almost identical.
Okay.
But that product is what we call the Rivian Commercial Van 700. The 700 is both longer and wider than this. The one we're standing in front of is called the Rivian Commercial Van 500. So a bit shorter, a bit better for tight roads, city driving.
Very good. And so, but someone could buy this, maybe they're a plumbing business or whatever.
That's right.
And they can kind of
Upfit it however they'd like in the back. Yep.
And y'all would help them with that? Y'all have got suppliers or?
At the plant, at our plant at end of line, we will do both the enhanced cargo flooring that you see in this van today. We can also do shelving in the vehicles. We also have a network of upfit partners. We'll be talking more about that in the coming weeks. But really any upfitter that has our upfit guide should be able to work on the van.
And then said company we mentioned earlier with the blue vans, how many do they use, and how many of you has Rivian sold to them or supplied them?
Sure. So Amazon's talked publicly about putting over 20,000 of the, when it's an Amazon van, we call it the EDV, or the electric delivery van. So they've got over 20,000 EDVs on the road. They've also said publicly that they delivered over 1 billion packages in 2024 alone. So
wow, 1 billion packages.
A lot of households
out of these. I'm not surprised by that number, believe it or not, based on my house alone.
I was going to say, I think my wife's a good portion of that.
Yeah. So we all have the same problem there. So, and kind of last but not least, because we're going to get in and we want to do a little ride along here at the Chicago Auto Show, because these look like look, if I'm a delivery driver, I want to drive this thing. This looks awesome. The last thing, where are these things assembled? Where are they made?
Yeah, so our plant is actually about 2 hours south of here. We're standing at the Chicago Auto Show down in Normal, Illinois. So American-made, former Mitsubishi plant that Rivian purchased back in 2017, retrofit to build electric vehicles. We've got thousands of Americans down there building them today.
And so that same plant does the R1S, R1T, and this?
Correct. So we have 2 lines at that plant today.
Okay.
We've got one that does the R1 product line, the R1S, the R1T, and one that does the van product line, which is the Rivian Commercial Van 500 and 700. And soon we'll also be producing the R2, our next generation product, out of that same facility.
And the R3 is well down the road?
That will likely come out of our Georgia facility.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. And where did the Georgia facility come from? Is that new or did that purchase?
That's been on the roadmap for some time, and we're just getting more certainty around timing. But beginning to break ground in that facility.
Last question for you. I said it was the last question. This is really the last question. Is this your best-selling vehicle?
No, the R1S is the company's best-selling vehicle. Yep. Okay. We were the best-selling electric van in 2024, but we sell more of the R1S than we do of the van.
Didn't know that. So, well, appreciate that. Thanks for your time. And we're going to go jump in one real quick.
Perfect. Great to talk to you.
You do have big dual mirrors. Let's show this right here, Craig. So you've got an upper and a lower. So any good delivery mirror has a bubble in the bottom. But you also have cameras here, which is pretty cool. And that is a sprayer to clean its camera off. That's pretty cool. Coming on down, we've got plenty of real estate to put your company name
Billboard
here.
space.
Text Start Channel advertisement coming towards you. Now, something you need to know, if you'd like to get this and kit it out for your overland rig, you cannot buy this without an LLC. It's for business owners only. It's not meant for the general public. So keep that in mind.
At this moment.
At this moment, and I think because of the range, there is no 13-passenger van version of this. It's all for commercial use and kitting out. So it's kind of cool that it's focused that way. Basically, here's what it feels like. Ring, ring, Amazon's here. Yeah, what can I do for you? We need a delivery van just for in town. Got it. That's it. So they've had a target to get there, and that's what they're focusing on. Part of the reason it's so successful for them is that traditional ICE engine vehicles, internal combustion vehicles, have to start and stop the engine every time they come to a house.
Lots of wear and tear.
Lots of wear and tear. You see an old UPS truck show up, it's probably got a 6-liter LS in it, and it turns off. The guy runs inside, comes out, and when he goes one house down and turns it off again. This doesn't have that problem. It doesn't have to turn the motor on and off, and it saves your 12-volt battery system.
Transmission's not shifting gears all day long.
Starter's not grinding away. Flywheels aren't getting warped. It just makes a lot of sense. It really does make a lot of sense. Coming down to the rear, Craig, I'm going to geek here for a minute. Same wheel and tire setup. These are Hancooks 245 70 17s. They're Hankook Dyno Pros. Now I want to show you the rear suspension, Craig. What do you think it is?
I think Leaf.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but it's not Leaf.
What?
It's coil sprung.
Huh.
And it's not a torsion beam, Craig. It's a solid axle.
It is.
With a track bar.
Wow.
It's like a Jeeper end without a pumpkin or driveline. It's
Right.
kind of cool.
Right.
I've been very fascinated by
Did
that.
not expect that either.
But those are robust, so that's a good thing. Coming up back, you do have a halo taillight that goes all the way over. I can't even
that
reach
looks
it.
really
It's too
cool.
tall. You have built-in handles for the
Yeah,
guys
let's see
that
what that looks like. Hang on.
jump off the
It
back.
goes all the way around.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't get up there.
Yep.
But this is the door down look right here. It's pretty cool, and you have good marked steps. So OSHA, while they're still existing, you can't trip there and see that. So pretty cool. Now it's time to check out the interior because we can't pop the hood on this one.
All right, let's check out the interior of the Rivian 500 commercial delivery van, otherwise known as
Amazon truck.
The Amazon truck, or the vehicle you see in your driveway every day. Sorry about that. So let's actually really pretty solid door. In all seriousness, this is a robust door. Brian, can you get a little close up on here?
Yeah.
Look,
like a
you and I
garage.
both delivering. We have a little bit of a career driving box trucks and delivery vans with
we did.
roll-up doors like this.
Have you ever met one that quiet?
Not this quiet or this durable.
No.
That thing is actually, that's pretty stout. That's
it's
really
pretty
smooth
legit.
and rolls really good. So let's get in here though, Brian. Just come on in. Let's just check out the cargo space. Plenty of room. We've got a nice handle here with the strap connected to the door that rolls up nice and easy. And you can kit this out however you want. So Rivian actually uses these themselves for actual mobile service van. So they can balance tires, they can do things. It's basically a rolling shop for them.
Right.
Genius.
They'll do roadside assistance on other Rivians and do full wheel tire configurations back here.
And 2,700 pounds payload, I'm just telling you, that's going to fill this thing up with Amazon boxes.
Well, also
That's a lot of Amazon boxes.
Yeah, it is. But also, if you're a plumbing guy and you've got a service truck, you can shelf it out. You can do whatever you want. In here.
And that's the thing. I'm glad you mentioned plumbing. If you're plumbing or you're doing maybe a bunch of other things, mobile servicing, mobile
in-town
detail,
stuff.
in-town stuff. You're not driving more than, you're in town, you come back to the same spot every day. This works. The range is just not an issue, and that's why it works.
And you will never have a gas station stop with this.
This is it up here. We're going to move up to the front and show you what's up there in the driver's seat. All right, Ron, we got two different doors going on here. I've got a little door over here that's got a little latch I can hit if I have the key fob in me. I don't have that on me, but there's also a key you can take out and put in.
Show them.
I want to show them. So if you look right here, there's an actual key that comes out. So if you have the key fob on you, you hit this button and it just opens automatically. You can hear it actually trigger. Or you can just do this and you hit that button and it opens the door for you. Really a genius idea.
Yeah.
Let's check out the door, Brian. The door is actually, plastic as we expected in a delivery van. Of
course.
With a window switch up top, and then actually it has a door handle, but it's actually automated. So you just, hit the little button and it pops it open.
But there's also, if you look on this side, the front side of that handle, Craig, there's a manual release right there.
There is still a manual release because, you're going to be out in the field and stuff happens. And then plenty of room for your water bottles or papers or delivery tickets. Who knows what else?
Look at this. So for the driver, you've got room for like a backpack or like
Cup holders,
bottles,
Gatorade bottles,
yeah.
who knows, all kinds of stuff. Let's get in and show the people. This is actually a good spot. Look, if you're in the gig economy
Yeah.
and you're a delivery driver and for Amazon, this ain't bad.
I think my door's way cooler than yours. What's the inside look like?
That's a pretty cool door. Hey, actually, I gotta see. Let's see if you got headroom for you. Get in and see if there's a headroom for you.
Well, let me get my seat deployed.
Yeah, we got a little jump seat in case you're helping me on this delivery run. And
Oh wait, very
Plenty
smooth.
of room. Look at that headroom.
I could wear like two Mi's over me.
Hey, pull down your visor.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the biggest visor you've seen?
Wait. Oh my gosh.
How cool is that?
That is wild. Why don't we have this in everything? Oh, it moves. Great. What is happening? This is like spaceship in some
We're
ways.
kids in a candy store.
Yeah, we are.
We can't help ourselves
We're
right now.
idiots.
So the controls up here are actually really pretty cool. You get a digital instrument cluster, shows you what gear you're in. It's got maps right here, so you don't have to have a separate. How many delivery people do you see that have phone things everywhere?
Back in the day, Garmin's and stuff, and tablets and everything.
It's just built in right into your instrument cluster. This is awesome. I wish Rivian would get into more trucking because that would help a lot of people out, and that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Switches up here. You get all kinds of controls up here, haptic touch
Leather
and
wrap.
physical. Yeah, it's a vinyl wrap, a leather wrap.
Okay.
It looks very durable, but look, you got a flat bottom steering wheel, Brian.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to autocross this so bad.
But yeah, you get the switches up here for your wipers and headlight displays, and you got your gear selector right here. out of the way, no problems, and plenty of room down here. You've got little cubbies down here for papers or phones. Actually, I bet you that's a...
Oh no, it's a docking station. Here's your charge plug over here, USB,
Okay.
USB-C.
So you put your phone in there and you just leave it plugged in all day
It has
long?
a cord holder right there.
Actually holds it. That's actually pretty genius.
I'm glad that Rivian's telling us it's powered by Rivian.
Well, just in case I thought it was powered by someone else.
Okay.
And then, Brian, over here you get all kinds of stuff. Look, you can status indicators. You can, you can toggle things. You can go to basic vehicle operations, odometer. Like, there's so many things you can
That's
do.
the owner's manual you're messing with. And this
Oh,
is
that's the owner's
displayed
manual.
here.
Thank you. That's good.
There we go.
We can go night, day, whatever, auto. We've got 93 miles left. That's pretty cool.
On 58. So really, that 150 number sounds about right.
Yeah, no, this is actually really neat. And then you can go to maps or you can go to cameras. Let's see what kind of cameras we have. Brian, let's see if that's an option. Look at this. Okay, now we can, oh, that's pretty cool.
So that's your overhead, and you've got the front view right there. That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
So Brian, that is really neat. I don't know about you, but are you impressed or what?
I am. I really wish we could go for a ride in one of these.
Let's see if we can do that.
Let's do it.
So this is pretty cool. We're actually in a different van on the ride along, and this has been upfitted a little bit with all the, so with some shelving. You can see how versatile this packaging can be and all the room you have. So that's pretty cool. So we've got Richard here. Richard's gonna give us a little ride along. I guess I need to put
Yes,
belt up.
seat belt
Okay,
on.
gonna belt up. Probably some auto show rules. Let's see here. And Richard, you made a good point a minute ago that there's driver comfort's actually pretty good in this thing, especially for a delivery
Yes.
van.
So I don't know if you noticed when you got in, but you actually have lots of headroom
Yes.
through the entire van
Yes.
to be able to stand upright. Even driver's seat. Once I sit in this seat, HVAC comes on immediately.
Oh.
So, and you have either a heated or a cooled seat, and it blows warm air or cool air. So it'll heat up or cool down faster than a conventional heated seat will too.
And can you control that, or does it just do it on its own?
You can, well, I have it set to automatic.
Oh, you have an
it'll
auto,
do
so it just figures it out on its own.
So,
Okay.
But as soon as I sit
And that's
down,
what that is right there.
Yes, as soon as
Okay.
I sit down, it turns on. When I stand up, it shuts off. So it conserves energy too.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Another one of the nice things, once I put it into drive, the bulkhead door closes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Driver safety thing. When I put it into park, that's going to open up because it's, again, just less steps that the driver has to do.
Can you show them? Can you put it in park real quick? and show 'em?
Absolutely.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty cool. Don't even have to think about it. It just does it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And, this
wow.
is, and these are the steps that happen all the time for the driver.
Yeah.
So-
Very nice.
Okay, everything is clear, so here we go.
And the visibility seems to be really good. It's one of the first things we noticed when we
Yes.
were in it earlier. And the maps you can put in your dash or on the screen over here.
Correct.
And it sounds like you got a lot of sensors.
Yes, because you hear them going off.
Yeah.
So you always know when you're close to things.
Right.
And this is also kind of nice because this actually has some acceleration
It does,
for
yeah.
a commercial van.
Okay.
Usually, vehicles that I've driven, you step on the accelerator and they just kind of putz along. So this is one of the things that I really love too, is this overhead view. If you're in something where things are real tight, you can see and get a real good visual presentation of right where you're at to know whether you're, just how close you are to things.
Very good. And Richard, how many cones have you hit on this on your journey today?
0.
0. Okay, I'm impressed.
That's the expectation for me, though.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, no wonder our Amazon drivers, when they come in our neighborhood, are actually usually in a pretty good mood. The ones that drive these. So,
If you ever strike up a conversation with them, they'll tell you how much they love these vehicles.
I love it. Okay, well that was pretty cool. A short little drive here at the Chicago Auto Show with Richard. Thank you, Richard.
My pleasure.
That is really neat. I'm going to get with Brian now. We're going to close the episode out, but that was pretty cool. All right, Brian, I'm going to close it out. That was a fun little ride there with Richard. You didn't get to do it.
I didn't. Y'all look like a bunch of dorks out there.
Sucker. No, it was freaking awesome. There's some things I didn't know.
Okay, I
Get
saw
in
the
drive.
door was moving.
That was pretty. So you put it in, you put it in drive. The door automatically shuts. Put it in park. The door automatically opens.
That's kind of awesome.
Kind of genius.
Yeah.
Also, it has ball chillers and heaters.
crotch chillers. We got to be politically correct.
Crotch chillers. So you put on auto, when you just sit down, it just automatically starts coming on. It heats or cools depending on what the temperature is that day. So if you're
That's really cool.
If you're a driver,
this is a good van.
If you're an Amazon delivery driver with the Rivian van, let us know what you think if you watch this video.
Yeah.
Be sure to know what the real life experience is.
Well, and some of these Amazon drivers have the gas variants too, like the Ford vans, that kind of stuff. What's your feedback between the two? Legitimately, we want to know.
I mean, this looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, yes.